The forest does not warn you. It simply opens. One moment you are walking. The next, you are somewhere else entirely. Somewhere that has been waiting for you. My name is not important. They call me Red Hood. Because of the cloak. Because of what it hides. And because of what it reveals. This is the night I stopped running from desire. This is the night desire found me and whispered my true name. If you enjoy stories that awaken something inside you, press like and subscribe, because this path only goes deeper. Let me tell you where I came from. I was a good girl from a simple village. I carried bread and honey to my grandmother. I followed every rule. I kept my eyes down. I never asked what my body wanted. Then, one day I took a wrong turn. Or maybe the right one. The forest shifted around me. Trees bent in impossible directions. Mist rose from the ground like breath. And when the fog cleared, I stood before a village that should not exist. The village of desire. No walls. No rules. No shame. Only firelight and open doors. Only hands that touched without asking permission. Only eyes that saw everything and approved. Tonight, I want to tell you about a specific night. The night I followed a stranger into the deeper part of the village. It started with music. Not the kind you hear. The kind you feel in your bones. Drums that matched my heartbeat. Strings that pull at something low in my belly. I was standing at the edge of the fire circle, watching bodies move like water, when I felt someone watching me. Not staring. Watching. As if he knew exactly where my skin ended and the night began. I turned slowly. He was tall. Dark hair falling across his forehead. Eyes the color of storm clouds. He wore nothing but loose trousers. His chest was bare, marked with symbols I did not recognize. He did not smile. He simply extended his hand. Palm parao. Fingers slightly curled. An invitation without words. I should have refused. The old me would have looked away. Would have clutched her cloak tighter. Would have whispered an apology and retreated. But the village had already begun its work. Something was waking up inside me. Something hungry. Something curious. I placed my hand in his. His fingers closed around mine. Warm. Muddy. Rough. Certain. He pulled me away from the fire. Away from the drums. Away from safety. We walked between the cottages. Their windows glowed with candlelight. Through each one, I saw shadows moving. 2 shadows. 3. Moving together. Breathing together. I looked away. Then I looked back. The stranger said nothing. He only led me deeper. The path narrowed. Weeds brushed against my ankles. The air grew thick with the scent of night-blooming flowers. Yasmin. Something darker underneath. We stopped before a cottage smaller than the others. Its door was open. Inside, only candles, and a bed covered in dark furs. He turned to face me. His chest rose and fell slowly. I could smell him now. Wood smoke. Salt. Something wild. He reached up. His fingers found the edge of my hood. He did not pull it back. He simply touched the fabric. His thumb traced the seam. Slowly. Deliberately. As if the cloak itself was alive. As if he was greeting it. "The red suits you," he said. His voice was low. Rough at the edges. "It means you are ready." "Ready for what?" I whispered. He leaned closer. His lips near my ear. "To stop pretending you don't feel." My breath caught. Every nerve in my body was awake. Every inch of my skin was listening. He did not touch me. That was the most surprising part. He simply stood there, close enough that I could feel his warmth, close enough that the space between us hummed. "Come inside," he said, "or walk away. There is no shame in either choice, only truth." I looked over my shoulder. The path back to the fire was dark. The village was silent now. No drums. No voices. Only the sound of my own heart. And his breath. I stepped forward. Across the threshold. Into the candlelight. Into the unknown. He closed the door behind us. Not locked. Simply closed. As if to say, this moment is ours. He gestured to a chair by the window. "Sit." I sat. He knelt before me. His eyes level with mine. "You have been taught that desire is a sin," he said. "Or a transaction. Or a weapon. But here, it is none of those things. Here, desire is simply the truth of the body. And the body does not lie." He reached for my hand again. This time he turned it over. Palm up, dot. Exposed. His fingertip traced the lines there. Slowly. Deliberately. "What do you feel right now?" he asked. I could not speak. My throat was tight. My chest was burning. "Fear," I managed. He nodded. "Good. And what else?" I closed my eyes. The answer rose from somewhere deep. Somewhere I had locked away years ago. "Hunger," I whispered. He smiled then. A slow, knowing smile. "Now you are telling the truth." He released my hand. He stood. He walked to the window and looked out at the dark village. "I am not the one you came here for," he said. "I'm simply the door. Behind me, there is someone who has been waiting for you. Someone who understands the language you are only beginning to speak." I stood. My legs were unsteady. But my voice was not. "Take me to him." The stranger turned. Something shifted in his eyes. Respect. Maybe even relief. "Follow me," he said. And he opened the door. The night air hit my face. Cool. Fresh. Alive. We walked deeper into the village. past cottages that breathed with soft sounds, past gardens where shadows moved in rhythm, until we reached a structure unlike the others. Larger, older, a great oak tree growing through its center. Candles in every window. The door was already open. The stranger stepped aside. He gestured for me to enter alone. I hesitated for only a second. Then, I walked inside. The room was circular. Warm, deading known. The air thick with incense and something else. Something ancient. And there, by the hearth, stood a man. Not young. Not old. Timeless. His hair was silver at the temples. His body was lean and strong. His eyes held the quiet confidence of someone who had seen everything and feared nothing. "Red Hood," he said. His voice was a low rumble, like distant thunder. "I have been expecting you." "Who are you?" I asked. "I am Kalen," he said. "And I am going to teach you the difference." "The difference between what?" He walked toward me. Slowly. Each step deliberate. He stopped an arm's length away. Close. But not touching. "The difference between taking pleasure," he said, "and being pleasure." My knees buckled slightly. I caught myself. But he noticed. Of course he noticed. "Sit," he said, gesturing to a pile of furs near the fire. I sat. He sat across from me. Not close. Not far. The fire crackled between us. "Tell me what you believe about love," he said. The question caught me off guard. I believe it is precious," I said. "Rare, something to protect." Kalen nodded slowly. "And desire." I hesitated. "Desire is dangerous." "Dangerous how?" "It makes you lose control. It makes you do things you regret." Kalen leaned forward. The firelight danced in his eyes. "What if I told you that desire loses its danger?" he said. "The moment you stop fearing it." "What if I told you that love is a beautiful cage? But desire is the key." I stared at him. "That sounds like heresy." He smiled. "All freedom sounds like heresy to the imprisoned." He reached for a bottle beside the fire. Dark glass. Red liquid. He poured 2 cups. Handed one to me. "Drink, Dialnoe." I drank. It was not wine. It was something warmer. Specia. It spread through my chest like liquid sunlight. "In this village," Kalen said, "we do not ask who you belong to. We ask what you hunger for, and then we help you find it." His eyes held mine. The air between us was thick, charged. I could feel my pulse in my throat, in my wrists, in places I had never felt it before. "What if I don't know what I hunger for?" I asked. Kalen set down his cup. He rose. He walked around the fire and sat beside me, close enough that his thigh almost touched mine. Almost. Then we discover it together, he said. He reached up. His fingers found the edge of my hood. Unlike the stranger, he pulled it back. Slowly, deliberately. The fabric slid across my hair, across my cheek, across my neck. Every inch of contact sent a shiver through me. He set the hood aside and looked at me. Truly looked, as if he was memorizing me. There you are, he whispered. The woman beneath the cloak. My eyes burned. I did not know why. No one has ever seen me, I said. Not like this. That is why you came here, Kaelin said. To be seen. To be known. Without shame. He did not kiss me. He did not touch me. He simply sat there. His presence a quiet promise. Tonight, he said. You will not sleep alone, but you will also not be touched. Not yet. Tonight, you will simply learn to be in the presence of desire. Without running. Without performing. Without apologizing. He stood. He walked to the great bed of furs. He lay down and gestured to the space beside him. Come, where? I rose on unsteady legs. My heart was a drum. My breath was shallow. I walked to the bed and lay down beside him. He did not move toward me. He simply lay there, his eyes on the ceiling, his breathing slow and even. Slowly, my own breathing began to match his. The tension in my shoulders began to release. The fire crackled. The candles flickered. And for the first time in my life, I lay beside a man and felt nothing but peace. No expectation. No fear. No script. Just presence. Just warmth. Just the quiet understanding that I was allowed to be here. That I deserved to be here. Kaelin turned his head. His eyes found mine in the dim light. This is the first lesson, he said. Desire does not demand. Desire invites. And you are always free to say no. Even when everything in you screams yes. That is not denial. That is power. I felt something shift inside me. Something old and tight. Something that had been clenched for years begin to loosen. I did not know what was coming. I did not know what Kaelin would ask of me tomorrow. Or the stranger. Or the village. But in that moment, lying beside a man who expected nothing, I felt something I had never felt before. Free. The red cloak lay across the chair by the fire. And I swear, it glowed. Just a little. As if pleased. As if waiting for what came next. Kaelin closed his eyes. His breathing deepened. But I stayed awake, watching the shadows dance on the ceiling, feeling my own heartbeat slow. And for the first time, I wondered if the path that led me here was ever truly lost, or if I had been walking toward this village my whole life, without knowing it, without daring to name it. The night stretched on. The candles burned low. And somewhere outside, a wolf howled. Not in warning, in welcome. If you want to know what happened the next morning, when I woke to find Kalen already watching me, when he finally touched me, not as a teacher, but as a man, when the village revealed its deepest secret, then you know what to do. Subscribe, like this video, and step through the door. The path is waiting. The red cloak is glowing. And your own transformation has only just begun.